Welcome back, Tanner Walker, Hybrid Movement Practice. Today I'm going to answer a question from Jordan on how to start from scratch. How do I start training? And how do I start a movement practice if I haven't been doing it, if I'm out of shape and maybe anxious about hurting myself and worried about doing the wrong things. So, thinking about how to answer this question, I'm just going to answer it by how I started both of these things. How did I start my movement practice and how did I start training and where did it go from there? So, for me, when I learned about movement practice and this concept, I was washing dishes. I was a dishwasher. That is where I started movement practice. Because for me, it was the realization I'm in a body, I'm moving, and that's it. I want to move. I'm trying to explore life and move through life. So, dishwashing, that was my time to practice, right? Feeling how I'm standing in the pit, how I'm organizing and moving myself and the dishes in this system with music or a podcast, etc. But it was a fully embodied experience with me, the dishes, and the environment. Okay, so movement practice can be right now just in you starting to get in sync with how you're moving about through the day. So that's literally where I started, was just here I am. Now on the training side, all of the other stuff, the more physical capacity, ability, skills, etc., that's going to take more training. It's not so much of the internal awareness practice, right? But it's more of this external feeding my internal system things to learn. That is up to you. And that's what I like about the movement practice being very huge, right? Is it's not limited to fitness, but you can choose many things. So, Junhong Kung Fu Club, I'm wearing my Shifu shirt, was where I started because when I learned about movement, I didn't know what to do, etc. I just knew I had to pick something. So I was super inspired by Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. Once I met Jun and saw how he moved and how he teaches, it was immediate. It's like I almost feel like I should still pay Jun today because he's such a great teacher. So finding someone or something to start your process, whatever it is, if it's martial arts, if it's a dance class, climbing, etc. Really asking yourself what is something, and you don't have to be married to it forever. It's just a starting point and an entry in to get momentum and to get inertia. So that's what I did is I would dishwash. I'm practicing the whole time I'm dishwashing, and when I got off, I would go and I would start doing kung fu classes. And that is where I started developing some strength, mobility, coordination, speed, a lot of these attributes that are within Kung Fu that fit into my movement practice, right? But those things can also be trained in other art forms as well. So once I did Kung Fu for a while, eventually I started doing some parkour classes. Eventually I took some capoeira classes. Eventually I met Zach Feiner, who was a student of Ido. And then I started learning more of the gymnastic strength training. And that brought me into strength training and conditioning and more of the fitness world. So I actually didn't even start with strength training at all. So don't feel like you need to. If you want to start with the movement practice, here you are. Boom, it's on right now. Start moving and have fun and see if you can pay attention and explore and learn something about how you move. That's just the beginning. With training, now you can find something that you want to learn, whether you want to start with a YouTube video, whether you want to start with a class, whether you have a friend who can teach you, etc. It kind of depends on you. Would you prefer to be alone? Would you prefer to be with just a friend, or do you want someone who can actually instruct you? So that's a general overview of how I would start. Something that I have my students start with is I call it like a starter pack. So if you've ever played Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, right? If you want to play the card game, you get a starter pack. And once you have the starter pack, now you can play. And then over time, you develop your style, your deck, what cards you want, etc. And you build it out. But the the starter pack is what gets you going. So that's something I'm going to be releasing soon, is my starter pack that I just give my online students and my in-person students of what's some easy rituals that you can do just to get going. Just like brushing your teeth and flossing, there's some simple starter packs for dental hygiene. What are some simple starter packs for movement so that you're developing it as just a ritual? It's not even a practice, or it's not a workout. Can we start just getting the ritualism back into movement? So that's something that is coming soon. If this did not answer your question directly, let me know and I will try and elaborate further, but I'm going to keep it there, keep it short. So once again, how to start movement practice. Right now, you're already in it. That's the exciting part. Start to pay attention to how you move and be kind to yourself, right? If you're someone who gets anxious and is worried, no problem in being slow and figuring it out. And as you go, you'll build more trust with how you move. So, and on the other side, if you want to start training and you have no idea, you have to learn from someone. I've been doing this for 9 years and I'm still learning all the time. All the time. I feel like I'm always starting from scratch because I'm always learning so much all the time. So, just to begin, find something that you're going to enjoy. Because if you enjoy it, the working hard is the easy part, right? The hard part right now is finding the thing you enjoy. So don't be afraid to try things. Maybe you like them a little bit. Maybe you like them not 100%. You don't have to fully marry one movement. So that's what's the nice part about a movement practice is we're still practicing movement, but the flavors, the genres, those can all change. So hope that helps. If you have any other questions, let me know. Talk to y'all next time.